Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Simpson with TechWake TV, and I wanted to talk to you today about the M1 MacBook Air, and I wanted to discuss some of the fails and successes that I've had with this thing so far. First of all, as a computer, laptop, and device, it's outstanding. So I have no complaints with the machine, the quality, or whatever it can do for me or can't do for me. I'm totally happy with this so far. I got the 16 gigabyte RAM and the 1 terabyte hard drive version. So I put in a little extra money into this up front. And the reason I decided to go with the M1 MacBook Air over the MacBook Pro or the MacBook Mini was because, one, it's the cheapest version I could get and have everything that I need, meaning a keyboard, a trackpad, a monitor, everything's built in, so I have a full computer right out of the gates. The Mac Mini, I would have to add too many things, and I already have a desktop PC computer, and I'm doing DaVinci Resolve over there, so I'm pretty happy with that layout. I think for the next upgrade of chip, the M1X, I'm going to hold out for the iMac that comes out probably later this year. So I might have to hawk a few machines, a few iPads, and gather some money together. So I'm sure it's not going to be cheap. Anyway, I landed on the MacBook Air M1. I'm totally happy with it, but I'm not real happy with the gadgets that I have to try to make it communicate to a monitor for a desktop setup. So what I wanted to do today is review with you what I have, show you how it worked out. Now, keep in mind, my editing suite with my lighting and my camera setup and everything is just kind of a throw together. I already have a full-time editing suite, but that's over next to my PC, and I wanted to set something up where I could do some videos over here with the Mac and then jump over there and do some videos with the PC. And today I'm going to use my Canon SL2, which is my cheapest camera that I own, just to give you guys an idea of what kind of quality you can get with a cheap camera, inexpensive microphone, and this Mac. So let me show you my desk setup and let's talk through some of the things that I don't like about it. I'm not super happy with the CalDigit Soho device. I thought it would have more USB connections and more connections in total, but really the USB or the USB-C port on the back plane of that device is really just for power. So you can plug in your power to your computer charger there, and then it will charge through the device all the other ports, which is convenient to have. The thing I don't like about the Soho is you have things popping out of every single plane of this device, so it makes it kind of awkward on the desk, to say the least. One thing I'll say about the CalDigit Soho that I found with hard drives, I could plug the hard drives directly into the computer and I would get, for example, on a T7 Samsung, I would get disk speeds of around 690, 675, which is perfectly adequate for anything all the way through 4K. As soon as I would plug in the T7 into the CalDigit and then the CalDigit into the computer, it would drop back around 80 to 100 megabits a second. So I was getting like a 590. 560, which is still perfectly fine. Anything over 500, I think you're good. I have just another generic hard drive and I get like 390 to 400 out of that device, and that's still good. I mean, it works fine for most of what I do. You don't have to spend $2,000 on some of this high-end gear. You don't have to spend tremendous amounts of money on the very fastest SSD, because in actuality, depending on the camera you're using, the type of files you're editing, it may not make any difference. So start small. Take small steps, do lots of research, and I think you'll end up in a good place. Now, CalDigit is going to be coming out with a USB hub, which is going to offer you, I think, up to 8 ports, and many of those ports are on the rear. You can use the Thunderbolt ports out of that device also to power some of your monitors if they're compatible, so that might be a good option for you. But I mean, it works. Everything that I have works. I have a nice desktop setup. I can edit easily. I have the things that I need to do a good video on the desk, and this computer is plenty fast for any of that. If you want a 32-inch screen, you don't have to get a giant 32-inch 4K monitor, because think about what you're going to be doing. If you're going to be editing and you're going to be using your laptop alongside of the monitor, you're going to use your laptop probably as the source monitor, the source tape. You're going to monitor what you're actually adjusting and viewing on the MacBook, because it has the most color true and the best resolution you're going to get out of these two monitors. So I got a 1440p monitor with a high refresh rate. It's 32 inches. I just needed the real estate. I needed to move out my software, my interface, and increase the space that I had to work on things so I could move around a bit. And I just shoot my output to my Mac, and that gives me the best color, the best, resolution that I can get for color grading and adding sharpening and doing the different effects that I need on the video clips. Do I love the setup? No, but is this going to be a desktop permanent setup? I don't think so for me. I think eventually I'm going to end up with a new iMac that comes out in 2021, and I'll probably go with like a 32 gig configuration and probably a 2 terabyte drive and get more of a substantial desktop. And if it's good enough, I might just hawk my PC and just go all the way back to Mac, because the reason I left Mac in the first place was the cost of getting good performance to run DaVinci Resolve on those machines was so expensive. I mean, you were entering the neighborhood of $3,000-$4,000 for computers that would run properly. I was like, well, shoot, I'll just build a PC for $1,700 and do the same thing. If you're looking for a desktop setup and you can't afford all the gadgets and gizmos straight away, go for the MacBook Air, because it really is a great computer and it will get everything done. You can do all your work on that one machine. Once you get started with the basic computer, you can get the adapters to hook up new monitors. You can hook up other hard drives. You have an endless realm of possibilities that you can get into to expanding this computer into more of a desktop machine. Good luck with your M1, and if you're going to get the M1X, I'll see you guys later this year with that review. Later.